Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today's segue video is going to be how to transition from back to school shopping to back to tool shopping. Hey, look, so for most of my dads out there, your kids might already be in school and back to school shopping has already been accomplished and they're already off and running. And then for the rest of my dads out there, back to school is actually starting for me on Monday. For some of you, it might be then too, might be a little bit later on, but you're still in the process of trying to get back to school shopping chores complete. Paper, notebook, pens, this, that, and the other. Well, I'm going to show you how you can get away with picking up some of the latest and greatest technology tools from your local Home Depot and get away with it from mama. Because you know when you come home with a bunch of new tools, your wife's probably kicking you in the butt. What the heck did you just buy? What the hell is that for? Don't tell me you bought another Ryobi tool or rigid tool. We're getting ready to do that today. So let's just see how pissed off or happy mama actually is about this transition. So sometimes late at night when I'm having my beers, maybe I decide to have a little snack, things get a little bit messy. That's right, it's not just the kids that make the messes. Dad has his own messes that he has to clean up. So I thought how nice it would be to have something a little bit more user-friendly for Dad out here in the garage. The cool and interesting thing about this is that if you don't have Ryobi products, that's okay because they still give you a wall charger. Which is okay because if you don't have a battery charge pack and you don't own any Ryobi tools, but you like the functionality of this Ryobi vacuum, it has a wall mount charger that you slide in like so, light lights up. We'll check that out here in a minute. But just to kind of give you an example, this model I think is way better than some of the ones that I saw, the predecessors last year. This is called the EverCharge. This thing's pretty freaking cool. So this top button here is what releases the top. And then of course on the inside, you got the two tangs that hold the little filter. A little bit of a chore to push them in, but then you could pull this whole thing out like so. Clean it out. Take this guy out. Bada bing, bada boom. Not too big of a deal. I don't plan on cleaning it that often. It's just for small messes, but it's kind of nice that it's all one ordeal. So we'll push all this back in. We'll hook it back on up. Oops. Like so. Now we're good to go. So that's that button. Here's the power button. So instead of having that annoying switch that you got to push up, now it's just a simple touch of a button and it's on off. Pick up this little fan from Ryobi. Well, that's on high, I believe, and here's on low. So when I'm sitting here doing my videos and I want to edit or I want to do live streams, Now I have a nice little fan that's pointed directly at my face, so I can feel kind of cool and relaxed and not always feel overwhelmed and hot. Like this fan right here, if I was to turn it on, hang on, that's probably gonna get loud. So this is typically where I sit when I'm doing my videos. And I've got the fan right here. Now this came from the kids' room. They're not using it. They got the swamp cooler action. This was just something at night, so when we weren't running the swamp cooler, they had a little fan, a little something to blow on them. But look, this is just getting to me at my chest level. I'm not getting anything up here. So now I have a little fan up here, and I can direct it however high or low I want, however fast I want, running off the 18-volt system. It also has a way that you can be able to plug it into 110. So on the back side of this fan, pick it up and turn it for you. On the back side of the fan, if I was to take the battery off, this is a 2 amp hour battery, by the way. There is an outlet here, so you can plug it into 110, 120, whatever. Correct me if you want. Doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. You can plug the dang thing into the wall. So that's kind of handy if you don't want to run off the 18-volt system. But I saw this on the Maintenance Man's channel, and he's a big Ryobi fan. He says that he absolutely loves the fan. He loves their products in general. I just so happened to pick up the last one. So now I've got nice wind, air being flowed through my face, got nice wind and air being flowed through to my chest. Now something else that I picked up before we wrap it up here, and we'll see what the wife thinks about all this, is I got a hot glue gun for the kids' school projects. And I picked up the 6-in-1 charger with USB design outlet here to charge my cell phone or whatever I want to plug in. But I can plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batteries, all Ryobi, boom, boom, all charging at the same exact time. Now I don't have a lot of Ryobi products. In fact, this is the first Ryobi anything that I've ever bought. The vacuum was the first, with the fan, with the hot glue gun, and of course I wanted to pick up some kind of battery charging station because I think we're going to start testing out some of the Ryobi stuff here on this channel and just give it an overall review and what I think about it. Maybe we'll do some side-by-side comparisons between Makita, Milwaukee, Ridgeon, Ryobi. We'll just start playing with it and see what we think about the various cordless tool lineups that are available at Home Depot. All right, now let's check in with the wife and see what she overall thinks of my purchase. All right, so this is what I picked up from Home Depot. You were there. Overall, you pretty much know what the pricing was on this stuff. But yay or nay, if I would have come home with all this stuff without preemptively having you or had some kind of game plan behind it, how upset would you or would you not have been?
The only thing I'm a little nicked over is the Ryobi glue gun.
That was the one thing that I was excited about because of the back to school projects. And for 30 bucks, did you see for those cheaper models that you plug into the wall where it's got this cable that's all over the place that the kids trip on, they yank it down, they're burning the table. I did have them burn the table actually the last time we tried to do a hot glue gun thing up there in Landers. So I thought since it was a stand-up battery cordless option, this would probably be the better way to go. And pretty fairly heavy, so it gives me a chance to actually do some stuff with them, and so I still feel a little bit,
half a dozen glue guns and a million glue sticks.
I only got 90 glue sticks, but anyways, beside the point, look, glue gun, cordless option, no more plugging into the wall, stand-up feature, don't have to worry about the kids burning the table. That was kind of like one of those things that I was definitely set on. Okay, the vacuum thing, you already knew I already had a game plan behind that for cleaning up my little carpeted area, but it got me to thinking, you know what, even for school projects, kids make messes. Sometimes it's nice to have a little porta-vac. We have one in the closet, but you told me it wasn't meant for food, mostly meant for like pet stains when they piss and shit.
That one's for liquid. It's a carpet cleaner.
Right, well, I don't think we have a portable one like that anymore, so that kind of made me want to get one of these for the house for those quick little food things, because Reagan's always spilling the food on the carpet and whatnot, quick little pickup thing.
Just like her daddy.
But good overall, good for 79 bucks. I don't know how much the portable vacuums usually cost, like at Walmart. Would you have gone that route, or is this a pretty fair pricing as far as like mom choice award?
I wouldn't think to go to like Home Depot for
well,
a little
of course
vacuum,
not, because not a really go-to, but now that you had a chance to see that they actually make such a thing, knowing how much this costs, is it so much different than the one from like Walmart and pricing, or is it about the same?
It's more because you have to buy
a
battery and you got to make sure you have a charger.
For this? Or
Yeah.
for the one that from
For this.
for Walmart? No, this actually came with the battery and it plugs into the wall. I bought the battery charger and the batteries for the fan and for the glue gun. This is completely standalone by itself. You hang it up on the wall, it's self-charging.
Well,
$79.
Test it out and see, because I know the ones at Walmart are like 50 and up depending on brand. Have to see how it works.
Last but not least, so okay, you already know I had to get the batteries, the charger for the glue gun and the fan, but at least the kids get a chance to cool off, or their projects can cool off with the little portable fan. At the very least, I get to cool off.
Daddy just wanted to try the fan.
I did want to try the fan. I needed another fan.
Using the kids as an excuse to buy a $40 fan.
That's what we do as dads. But okay, so overall, $300. That's what I ended up spending today. How mad would you have been if this would have been on any other day outside of back to school shopping?
Not mad at all, because it doesn't bother me.
Okay, well, how mad do you think a mom would be if they just found out that dad just spent $300 on a fan, a vacuum, and a hot glue gun?
Well, the average wife who is not me would probably be pissed, but I like tools.
So it works. All right, so you guys know that I used to be a huge DeWalt fan. Don't have DeWalt anymore. Haven't had them in many years. Have a lot of rigid stuff. Recently, within the last couple years, ended up picking up a few Milwaukee items for work. Been running those. Haven't bought a whole bunch of their tools, just a couple for work for the automotive stuff. Recently picked up some Makita stuff, but we have owned Makita. She has her own little Makita set here at the house. They've held up. Batteries have held up for her, so I decided to go with the LXT and CXT option. You guys have been asking me what my overall thoughts and opinions were on Ryobi and DeWalt now. I thought I would go ahead and try out some of the Ryobi cordless lineup to see how I overall felt about it. And maybe here in the coming months, we might even start picking up some of the DeWalt stuff. That's all I got for this video, guys. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's content. Make sure to smash the thumbs up button. Give the wife a thumbs up for at least jumping on here, because she hates being on camera. Honey, thank you for your help. Wives out there, don't get too upset at Dad. He's just trying to find a segue into buying his cordless tool options and using the kids as an excuse, because that's what we do. All right, till next time. Deuces.